Good times.
It is Sunday night in my part of the world, which the reason I'm bringing up is because, of course, House of the Dragon episode number 2 comes up here in about 2 hours. I know, Mara. So here's the problem, Lex. You and I are going to go week to week with this. And we're going to talk about it maybe 2 days a week. But Mara wants to wait until the end of the season. And she knows she's going to get spoiled, but she still wants to wait, which I don't understand. Mara, please explain yourself.
Because I want to remember everything and I don't want my feelings to be cut. So gusto tuloy-tuloy. I want to binge it. Tuloy-tuloy lahat.
Ganun din dapat ako, Mara, pero sinimulan ko na eh. Napanood ko na rin yung recap kagabi. Ang ganda ng nakita kong sa YouTube. Kaya naalala ko na ulit.
Yeah, why don't you just do that? Mara, look, of the two excuses why you said you don't want to watch it week to week with the group, your second excuse, I have never heard that before, and I think I like that excuse.
Which second excuse?
I don't want my emotions to be cut.
Yeah.
I don't want my emotions.
Ako rin eh.
I've never heard that before. But it's only 6 days.
Ang tagal! 6 days. Tagal nun.
Oo, totoo, Mara, totoo. Di ba dati inipon ko lahat, House of the Dragons, pati yung Game of Thrones. Ngayon, wala. Naghihintay, mamaya manood ulit ako. Kaya tama rin yung decision na yan.
Do it. Just do it. Please just do it. And just try it. Try this one season. You go week to week. And then compare it. Don't worry, there's a season 4 anyway.
Then I'm gonna okay.
And your emotions are gonna be cut for 2 years anyway.
I feel like I enjoy it better kapag tuloy-tuloy siya. I want to waste 2 full days, 3 full days, and just
you don't even
focus on
have
the entire thing.
That many days to waste. You have no time to do 3 days of TV. You're so busy. So come on. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to push you anymore. I'm just going to say, fine. All right. You're talking about people you're hanging out with from other countries. I was watching you on your social media and, something like interviewing different countries and all that stuff. Do you ever pick up a couple of words from them? Do you interact with them like your Kazakhstan people? I don't know what language they speak over there. I'm assuming it's like Kazakh or whatever.
Kazakh, yeah, Kazakh.
Yeah, okay. So do you ask them, hey, teach me a couple of Kazakh words? Or you don't have that much interaction with everybody over there?
I did. I try to talk to them as much as I can so the interview flows much better and they're not really shy, because there are some players that can't even look me in the eye. They're so scared that they give super short answers and then the translator gives long answers, and then I ask them later on, did you make some of that up? So sometimes they flower it up.
Are they socially awkward? They're just ultra nerds. You're too beautiful. It's a girl. Oh my God. I mean,
it's their first time. Like, for example, Myanmar.
Stage fright.
Yeah, it's their first time getting on a plane. It's even their first time being in a hotel and having like the buffet breakfast. So they get really shy. I try to ask like a few words, but some of them, they have different dialects. That I posted some content now. How do you say sorry? How do you say this? And people arguing in the comment section. People are arguing, that's not how you say this. Why do you only say this in ganito and ganyan? Because for example, Kyrgyzstan, I think they speak also Russian. And then in some places, they also speak Mandarin. Is it Kazakhstan?
Yeah. A lot of that stuff, they're all really kind of close together. They're bunched close together, so you're going to get spillover languages.
Yeah. They're
like, nakita yung mga Kazakhstan na yan, Russian nga sila, pero parang Asian pa itsura nila.
They're like mixed. Yeah.
Mixed, no?
Yeah, some of them so good looking. Yeah, they become like so good looking. Like there's like Asian, Russian look to them. It's like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, they look amazing. I want to ask you this, Lex, because you travel a lot. Mara, you just fresh from a bunch of, interaction with people, maybe with languages you've never heard. Which country has the best bad words? You ever think about this? You ever kind of interact with other people and you look at their bad words and like, not so bad. The one word that you hate the most, Mara, the C word.
Oh, yeah.
The British, they say that word very casually.
Really?
And,
I don't want to go there.
To them, it's like, to them, it's pare. Oh, mare. Instead of mare, it's T word.
Like an F word.
Yeah. It's that's my shit. It's like, it's not that big of a word. It's very potent for you. But I was going through, say, an account I really enjoy is Sam Smith's food account. Sam Smith has his own food account, right? So he just does like food reviews. The singer, right? I mean, Grammy Award winner, super popular, right? He's got his own, like I think it's called Sam Serves. It's super funny because he just goes to different restaurants and eats. He's kind of fat now. Calls himself a pig. Calls everybody a pig. Like, hey, it's the piggy here again. And it's just so cool to see him curse, say bad things and all that. And I really enjoy British curse words. Though, Mara, I know the C word is really not your thing.
No, it's not my thing. But I guess because for other languages, you don't really understand it. So the gravity doesn't really fully translate. Except like maybe yung Spanish, like somebody put in here, hijo de pi. So
It's so good, dude.
Middle East? Middle East?
Oh.
What's the word?
Hindi nga kahit anong words ba sa Middle East, parang laging parang may impending danger. Parang
That's right.
Di ba parang, kahit di ko naiintindihan, pero yung tono nila parang laging
Does that mean explosives?
Hindi naman, laging nananakot nga, di ba? Parang kahit na inspirational, kahit nga yung mga cheer nila sa World Cup di ba? Parang
like how does it sound like?
Hindi ko basta parang laging typical. Hindi ko malaman kung mura ba yun o okay ba sila sa akin. Basta ganun Di ba?
That's how I feel about the Chinese. I think Cantonese, Mandarin, very aggressive languages. So it always sounds like they're angry. I wonder what Chinese bad words are. Like, I've never heard a Chinese bad word, or I'm sure I've heard of one, but I've never been explained that, this means in Chinese. I wonder if it's as aggressive as their regular language.
Pero may nakita akong, was it Vietnamese na there was a content creator and she's Filipino. Tapos right behind her, there's like a couple of older Vietnamese people talking and they sound like they're angry at each other, but they're not. So because of the way the language sounded like, do we sound racist?
Sana din sa Sam, no? Kasi sa Sam, kasi yung mga Korean din So mga,
you think the Koreans sound aggressive?
Parang kasi ba yung hindi mura nila parang matin sa South Korea, di ba?
I thought the Koreans. Okay, now we are full racist now, so we might as well just own it. I thought the Koreans sound like they're whining. Sige na.
Japanese, parang scary. Kage mo siya no jutsu.
Ayan, ito pa yan. Japanese, magkapit bahay yan Magkapit bahay.
It's authoritative.
Yeah. It's very firm and parang kailangan mo sit up straight. But really, they're just saying like, double clone technique.
Ito mo ng extra rice.
Sa South Korea kasi, di ba, sa mga K-drama, laging,
Parang kawawa naman
pero di ko alam kung nagmumura na Di ba?
We sound like so bad.
Don't worry. The good guy's coming here in about 15 minutes. Bam will be here. Talk about a bunch of things, of course, that he's been up to. He came from Tacloban last week. Remember, he missed the show because he went over there after the big shooting. He was also involved directly in saving a second incident that was on the news. We'll talk to him about that as well because we haven't had the chance to do that. Go.
Pasingit ko lang yan. Yan ang pinaka-thankless na na magagawa mo yung ma-prevent mo kasi hindi nangyari kaya wala kang prueba Ang pinaka-mahirap na success yung may na-avoid kang whatever. Kasi na-avoid nga Kaya it's not gonna parang wala siyang it's
different if he were there on the scene and then maybe save the moment or something like that. But it's equal levels, like it's equal levels kind of saving the day.
Ang hirap ng Pinoy. Di ba pag may nangyaring masama, ano ba naman yan lang, hihina ng mano natin, wala malang, pag may naiwasan mo naman,
maybe that's political. Maybe that's political, Lex. Like maybe, news comes out that Bam has part in saving a second incident. And I go online and what do I read? I just read, kunwari lang yan, it's for politics and all that stuff. You read, that's the part where I feel like you just can't win. Pinoys are so right now. Well,
skeptical.
It's not skeptical. We're so one side or another side. It's almost like we struggle if it's not we struggle. Can we do more than two options? I guess. Can Pinoys handle more than two options? We've always been big on two options: DDS, BBM, Smart, Globe, GMA, ABS, Pepsi, Coke, Jollibee, Samsung.
If you're not this, you're that.
Apple, Samsung. Yeah, we're really big on teams, and it's two teams. Like, can we handle more than two options? Or are we really stuck with two options all the time? Do we create it for ourselves? Diba?
Sa gusto natin visual.
RX Magic. Morning show. Chico Del Mar. Like it's all you have to have a rival. You have to have the
rivalry
other side. And it's got to be only two options. Any more than two options, we start to we start to go haywire.
At you gonna change pag nalaman nilang Samsung ka na, pagka nalaman nilang iPhone ka balang araw na, ano ka? Ba't ka na ganyan? Bakit ka na ganyan? Bayaran ka pa? Mga gano'n, no? Hindi ka pwede mag-change.
Relatable?
Mas okay.
Hanong pati nila yung dati.
Mas gusto ng Pinoy na, halimbawa, yung imbis na option na nangyari at napibet, mas gusto nila yung nangyari para mainis ka o kaya nangyayari tapos pakita mong na-prevent mo habang nangyayari. Yun ang gusto nila, hindi yung walang nangyari.
We've got a weird mindset, and I don't know how long it takes to get rid of that. I mean, it's so cultural, and cultural sometimes takes generations to get rid of. I think somebody put Urushan says, not this generation of Filipinos. I do really wish Pinoys learn rank choice system instead of one or the other. I don't know. I think this generation to change that takes a long time. And when you say this generation, maybe your little circle, but we're still seeing very much where you're either with us or you're against us, and I mean, we fall into that too. I do that too. If you're DDS, it's me more like DDS and everybody else. Mm-hmm. But we are guilty of the same thing. I can speak for myself that I'm guilty. Speaking of DDS, which DDS celeb gets away with it the most? Is there anybody that gets away with it amongst the celebs? The reason why I have an answer. Like, I was scrolling through IG again, and I see Ellen Adarno, who we all love. We love Ellen. I mean, I love Ellen.
I love her.
I keep forgetting Ellen's she's kind of hardcore DDS, right? I mean, she's super close with Baste. I mean, she dated him, if I'm not mistaken. She was with who is it? Is it Panelo? Is that the legal counsel before? She was with him a couple of days ago on her IG. So I'm thinking, man, Ellen's gotten away with it pretty successfully.
Was she vocal though? Maybe that's why she got away with it.
But by association?
Yeah. Maybe just by association, but maybe she's not vocal. But would that make you, we could be friends with that person, but does that mean that we voted for that person?
I don't know. I'm sure I know somebody who is, but I can't name them right now. And because I have to think about it, and I would likely not hang out with them. And it's the same thing with a Trump supporter or whatever. If you're hardcore like a MAGA or something, I'm not going to hang out with you. I would try my best to actively break up with you. But I'm sure there's somebody out there that kind of supports him that I know personally. Anyway, we gotta take a break because we're gonna go long with Bam when he gets here in about 7 minutes. So when we come back, we'll have more of the show. It is Good Times. It's the morning. It's a Monday, and Mara is back. So good to see her. Alex as well. And we'll take a break. Come back with more of the show. Don't go away.
Good Times.
It is 6:58 on this Monday morning. You're listening to Good Times here, Magic 89.9 with the group. We've got about 2 minutes before Bam checks in. So too short for a kind of standalone topic. So now's a good time to tell everybody a little bit of the stuff that's going on in our lives. So we can get you guys to support the individual projects. What about you, Lex? You want to go first?
Yan. Magkita-kita tayo sa ngayong week para sa dalawang open mics. Baka gusto nyo mag-try mag-stand up. Dalawa yan, Monday at Madis, dyan sa may Madis Bistro, sa Pioneer, and sa Sazonado, sa Ortigas, malapit sa Marco Polo. So kita-kita tayo dyan, Sazonado Bistro Filipino. And this week, dalawa show ko. Sabado, Super Lap sa Super Sam dyan sa may QC. Magbabalik kami after mga 2 years. So kita-kits kasama akong comedy crew. And may resto si Direk Eric Mati. Napakasarap. Kumain na ako dyan sa Rec D. Kaya nandiyan kami Sunday, Comedy at Direct. Subukan lang namin Sunday. 2 show, July 5. First show, 5:30. Second show, 8:30. Masarap ang pagkain dyan. Maliit na lugar. Kaya bilisan nyo lang. Masarap dyan.
Eric Mati's the one that does the medyo sexy films before, di ba?
Yung sa
like Scorpio Nights.
Pero yung action, yung by bus na pelikula namin ni Ann Curtis, yan.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yan.
Oh, he did that too.
Yes, yan. Mga ganyan, basta mga on the job, yan, maganda yun. With Piolo.
Sayang hindi ka nag-cast sa sexy movie.
Sayang nga. Sayang talaga.
Direk,
What would be your role?
Na, tuloy pa ako.
Yeah. Rec, I know, well, Rec D, of course, is Direk. But Rec D also sounds like a little sexual.
Ngayon, pag binaliktad mo, Rec D, mahilig sa Pinoy, binabaliktad eh.
Yeah, Direk. But
dito naman, Good Times sa Australia. Kasama ko rin ang comedy crew. August 29, Melbourne. August 30, Sydney. Bilhin na kayo ng tickets. Maganda yung lugar. Theater siya, kaya okay siya. Kita-kits ha. At Happy for All sa Singapore. Simula na yan ang aking series ng birthday events. So Happy for All sa Singapore. September 19, Sabado, Alliance Frances. Eventbrite. Mabibili ang tickets. Bili na rin kayo. And ito na yung birthday show ko, Alex Calia, Happy for All, a birthday comedy special. 5 shows. Diyan ko rin-record na kay Netflix. October 2, Friday, Music Museum. October 3, Saturday, Insert Life, Tanghalang Haribon. October 7, Wednesday, Newport World Resorts, Pasay. October 9 and 10, Maybank Performing Arts Theater, BGC. Ticketworld.com.ph. Yon, tapos of course, Punchline with Alex Calia, Reven Obra, and GTWM. Meron kaming na episode ni Mo dyan, 2.
That's right. We did 2 episodes last night. Do check it out.
Educational.
Oh yeah, very different. It wasn't this sex fest that we're used to, and maybe we'll even. You know what? I want to ask Bam because Bam's a father. A lot of the calls from the past 2 episodes were kind of father related. I want to ask Bam about one of our heavily debated scenarios. And I want Mara's take on it too as well. But we'll wait till he gets here in just a little bit. Mara, what's going on? Your OnlyFans. Tell us about it. We haven't heard from it in a while. What's going on?
Okay. So yeah, you guys can visit. Hindi siya OnlyFans. Hindi siya OnlyFans. By the way, it's GameWithMara.com. GameWithMara.com. For all the gamers out there, you guys can top up, and it's discounted there. It's much cheaper, and I usually have some promos depending on kung ano man yung mga what's happening right now in the gaming world. Which, hello, Sen Bam, I want to ask about the games being banned.
Good morning.
This is going to be huge.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Morning, Bam. All right, Mara, you done? Okay? Did you plug all your stuff?
Yeah. GameWithMara.com. At saka Kay has a new musical. Hindi wala akong OnlyFans. Kay has a new musical, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
So you guys support. At Soler ba yun?
Kung nasan mo si Sam ngayon, supportahan niyo siya.
Kung nasaan siya.
Nasaan man siya. Nasaan man yung babaeng yun.
Bam, lots of things going on. I start every single freaking time you get on the show with that line. But obviously, the most important thing is, did you tell Sherwin yet about Sam? That's all we want to know today.
No, hindi pa.
Damn it.
Sorry, guys. You had one job. Sabi ng mga Good Times listeners, you had one job. Hindi mo ginawa. Well, on July 6, we're back. So I guess I can tell him on July 6 na,
okay, here we go.
Hey.
Okay.
Pero parang yung girl natin, ayaw eh. Ayaw naman ng girl natin eh.
No, she's just like that. She's just, guys, stop, guys. Ayoko. But, she's...
Kilala namin yun.
Kilala namin. Hindi, ano yan. We'll see. Let's see. Malay nyo. Bagay dun sa mga AI
they look-
pictures. Bagay.
They look great together. All right. So, Bam, I mean, seriously now, you weren't on the show last week. You told us it's because you were going to Tacloban. This was
Yes.
just kind of, fresh a couple of days after that kind of horrific shooting. So if you can give us a little breakdown of what you saw over there, what the interaction was like, what you guys are doing about it as a Senate.
Sure. So, the school shooting happened on Monday, no, nung Lunes.
Yeah.
Last week, exactly 1 week ago. And shocking events. Kasi sa totoo lang, una kong naisip, hindi yan nangyayari sa Pilipinas eh. Di ba? I mean, nababasa mo yan, napapanood mo yung videos, there are documentaries and movies about it happening in the US or in other countries, but not in the Philippines, no? So, it happened on a Monday and we flew on a Wednesday. Nakakuha kami ng 4 p.m. flight, no, to Tacloban. I was there for siguro less than 14 hours, no? Kasi the next day may bicameran kami for the Vouchers Act, which we were able to do on the next day, on Thursday. Pero I went there really only to visit talaga the children, no? Yung mga batang natamaan at yung mga magulang ng mga namatay. There were 3 casualties. I visited 5 children who were hurt. And I think there were more. There were more children who were hurt, but 5 yung nakita ko, plus may isang parent, yung isang anak niya naka-CT scan. So hindi ko nakita yung bata, pero nakita ko rin yung parents. And just to go there, give some assistance, show the children and the parents na we're here and we will do everything to make sure na hindi na to maulit muli. Now, dudugo talaga yung puso mo eh. Yung first stop namin yung sa mga bata, may mga tama sila ng bala. I mean, can you imagine that? May yung isa may tama dito sa tiyan, yung isa sa kamay. In fact, si Angela, when I visited and I saw her, she was on the way to surgery. Siya na yung last na magsa-surgery dun sa provincial hospital dahil may tama yung balikat niya. And then another girl, no, si Bea, siya yung may tama sa paa. And then there were 2 boys. Mas minor yung mga tama nila. Yung pinakamaliit, siguro I would say he was maybe 10 or 11 years old. Siya naman lumusot sa palad niya yung bala. So I was talking to them, asking them what happened. They were very shocked. They never expected it. Sabi nga nila na kinakaibigan naman nila yung 2 batang namaril. Hindi nila maintindihan kung ano nangyayari. And of course, yung parents, no? And siguro, mas nakaka-relate ako sa parents kasi that was really my first thought eh. Anong gagawin mo kung yung anak mo was, in school habang nagkakaroon ng school shooting. One of the parents, pumunta siya ng 3 hospital bago niya nahanap yung anak niya. 3 hospitals before nahanap niya yung anak niya. So, ibig sabihin, hindi rin naging malinaw yung mga protocol kung anong hospital ba dapat dalhin yung mga bata, kung may nangyaring, problema na ganyan. Eventually, they found out and buti na lang they found their children. And then the next hospital na napuntahan ko, ito yung private hospital naman. Kasi this was a public hospital. Yung private hospital na puntahan ko, hindi ko nakita yung bata. Pero yung parents nakausap, yung nanay at yung sister nakausap ko. And while we were talking, nung palabas ako, may lumapit sa akin na lalaki na nagsabi na, Sen, mukhang may mga ibang attack na pinaplano. Okay? Of which, syempre, nagulat ako. And my first reaction was, grabe naman, or parang di naman siguro, parang ganyan, di ba? But this person, sabi niya, I'm part of the media here in Leyte and nakakuha ako ng information na merong nagte-threaten sa ibang eskwelahan. Tapos sabi ko, so what are you doing with the information? Sabi niya, wala, nakuha ko lang, ganyan, no? May mga iba pa siyang sinabi but I won't say it here on the radio. And when I got to the car, nung pumasok ko sa sasakyan, kasi pupunta na kami dun sa mga burol ng mga batang namatay, I texted si Secretary Remulla and I gave him a call and I gave him the information. Sabi ko sa kanya, Sec, hindi ko alam kung gaano ka-credible to, but it was given to me so I'm handing it over to you. Baka pwede mong imbestigahan. Di ba? And to be fair, within 3 hours, so by 11 o'clock, kasi we went home, no, hindi naman 11, siguro by about 10 o'clock, by the time that we were going back to the hotel, he texted back and gave a full report and said that there was another student who threatened an attack. Although sabi naman niya, hindi sila sigurado sa capacity or means ng bata. No? Ibig sabihin, kung meron ba siyang baril o meron ba siyang ibang kasama. But the point is, napuntahan yung magulang, napuntahan yung bata, and of course, nasabihan or napigilan kung meron mang balak. No? Because a few days before, merong attack sa Cavite na ang gamit kutsilyo, no? Where I think two kids were stabbed by another child, no? So sabi niya, whether may baril yan o wala, at least, di ba, na agapan. Of course, nagulat na lang ako the next day nung na-press con yun kasi everybody was like, why is Senator Bam being mentioned in this news item? I didn't really think it was anything. Sa totoo lang, sabi ko nga, marami nag-text sa akin, buti na lang natigil mo. Sabi ko, no, alam mo, I just did what you should do, which is kapag may information ka, gaano ka credible, kailangan iakyat mo yan sa mga authorities and you let them do their jobs, diba? So I'm happy na napigilan yun. Hopefully it was really nothing, or baka, maybe at best, baka nagpa-prank lang yung bata. At worst, maybe may balak talaga siya. Who knows, diba? So I'm happy na tigil yun. But on my end, hindi ko talaga naisip na it was really anything. Alam mo yun, hindi ko naisip na worthy siya of a news item, but I'm happy that they acted fast at may nangyari. So pagkatapos doon, pumunta naman ako doon sa mga magulang ng mga batang namatay, and there were 3 of them. Si Chris, si Ayesa, tsaka si Joyancy. And kukwento ko lang yung kay Chris. No? Si Chris yung napanood natin siya doon sa video. Siya yung Boy Scout na pinigilan niya yung pinto, and siya yung binaril. And yung mga bata sa hospital, some of them, sila yung nasalba ni Chris. No? So sabi nila, sir, grabe talaga si Chris. Talagang siya po talaga yung nagsalba sa amin. And here is this 15-year-old na Boy Scout. He was a member of the Missionaries of Christ Charismatic Group kasi sila yung nagdadasal nung dumating kami sa Burol. He seemed like a youth leader. And nung moment na nagkakagulo, at nagpapanik yung mga tao, siya yung pumunta sa pinto at siya yung pumigil ng pinto. So, and of course, siya yung namatay. And sabi ng mga bata, yung last words niya was, lumabas na kayo, iwan niyo na ako, lumabas na kayo. So, at that moment, at this really terrible time, no, makikita mo may heroism pa rin tayo, di ba? May heroism pa rin yung mga kabataang Pilipino. So yun, and I talked to their parents, I talked to their classmates, yung mga pinsan, kasi lahat sila nasa, yung San Jose kasi, nasa gitna siya ng Tacloban eh. It's one of the biggest schools in Tacloban, and nasa gitna siya. So as in, dun kami sa Tacloban mismo. And everywhere we went, no, yung sa mga burol, nandun yung mga classmates, mga kamag-anak, yung barangay nandoon, the parents of course, and such a terrible tragedy na we have to do our best na hindi na talaga to maulit muli, no? Yung hinihingi ng mga parents, of course, is justice. Kasi maraming discussion right now about the current juvenile justice law. Our minimum age of criminal responsibility is 15. And ibig sabihin nun, yung 15 years old, siya makakasuhan siya. Pero yung 14-year-old, hindi siya makakasuhan ng murder, no? He will be sent to a juvenile justice DSWD center, no? And of course, merong discussion about how that's not enough accountability dun sa bata. Of course, nakuha rin niya yung baril niya from yung tita niya na police, no? And that's a whole other discussion. But when we get back to the Senate in July, kasi babalik yung session after the SONA on late July, dyan mapag-uusapan ano ba yung mga pwedeng gawin para palakasin, amendahin, or pagbutihin itong juvenile justice law. Because more and more, lumalabas talaga na merong gaps. Merong gaps, kailangan ng mga changes, and ang magiging debatihan dito is whether the changes can improve the law or will make it weaker, no? Ako honestly, ang pinag-uusapan namin sa aming opisina is baka kailangan merong specific na provisions pagdating sa murder and rape, no? Kasi ang when that law was made, I remember yung issue diyan was ang raming bata sa mga city prison at city jails. And yung mga bata doon, sometimes nahuli yan dahil nagnakaw ng pandesal, nagnakaw ng tinapay, may mga maliliit na opensa or mga opensa dahil sa kahirapan, tapos ilang taon na sila naghihintay para sa kaso nila, nahalo na sila dun sa mas matatanda. No? So gets ko yan. Gets ko na mali yun at tama na binago natin yon, no? Pero pagdating sa mga heinous crimes or pagdating sa mga krimen gaya nito na nakaplano, meron talagang intent to kill, and in the case of the 14-year-old, 2 beses siya nag-refill ng magazine niya sa kanyang baril. 2 times niya nung naubos yung unang magazine, nag-reload siya, no?
Oo.
Tapos suit niya yung t-shirt ng mga shooters at the Columbine massacre in the US, which happened I think 20 years ago kung di ako nagkakamali. Suit niya yung t-shirt na yon, meaning meron talaga siyang balak na mag-copycat doon sa mga school shooting sa Amerika. You know, pag ganun ang level yung krimen kasi, hindi yan dahil sa kahirapan, hindi yan maliit na bagay, pinagplanuhan yan. So what we're looking at, and there will be time for this debate or there will be time for this discussion late July, mapag-uusapan dun sa juvenile justice law kung yung mga gantong klaseng krimen ba pasok pa rin dun sa na walang criminal responsibility, no? So that really will be the discussion. Hindi ako papayag na ibabayan to 10 years old for all crimes. Right. Kasi palagay ko masyado naman yung for all crimes. And again, dahil sa kahirapan sa ating bansa, hindi talaga, for me, yung mga crimes on property or yung mga petty crimes, for me, tama lang tong edad na 15. Pero yung mga krimen na heinous or gaya ng rape tsaka murder, ayun siguro baka dapat kailangan pag-usapan pa. Dito rin pumapasok yung School Safety Act. I've been talking about the School Safety Act for a few months already. Nagsimula yan sa bullying. And then, because of what happened dun sa Ateneo students, nag-add na rin kami ng mga provision pagdating sa out-of-school activities, yung safety ng mga bata sa out-of-school activities. And now, even more security measures, no? CCTV, rounds ng police, security, or ng mga barangay tanod, and even pushing for a school safety hotline and alert system. Hindi lang yan yung para may matawagan tayo, pero para alam ng mga teacher at alam ng mga administrator ano yung gagawin kung may mangyaring dilubyo. Because in this case, hindi rin klaro, kanya-kanya silang pagpunta sa mga hospitals, kanya-kanya silang pagpunta. In fact, one of the kids, yung bata na pumunta sa private school, he was shot in the back. Lumabas yung bala sa kanyang baba. At naglakad siya palabas ng eskwelahan. May nakakita sa kanya, sinakay siya, dinala siya sa hospital, pero yung hospital kasi na yon, sa ACE Hospital to sa Leyte, medyo pataas. So yung sinabi sa akin ng mga doktor, he walked on his own, papasok sa hospital, akala nila masakit lang yung ngipin kasi nakaganto daw siya. Hindi nila alam, nabaril na daw yung bata. So wala rin protocol. Ano bang gagawin kapag may nangyaring gantong bagay, di ba? What is the designated hospital? Where will the parents go kapag yung ganyang information, di ba? So yung ganyang klaseng alert system, I think, is also important. And now the School Safety Act becomes even more important. And apart from the expanded nutrition program na nakasponsor na, itong School Safety Act yung ipaprioritize ng committee for this year. So we have 2 more priorities for this year, which is the nutrition program tsaka yung School Safety Act, no? So all of this really kailangan itulak natin, isulong natin, kailangan magkaisa yung Senado at Kongreso para mapasa yung School Safety Act, yung discussion sa juvenile justice law, kailangan mapag-usapan yan. Yung third na lumalakas rin is the ban on social media for children under 15. So there was a study that came out na dapat 16, our version is 15. Originally, merong ring 13. And this ban has been happening all over the world, no? I think Australia nagsimula na, may mga ibang bansa rin. Nagsimula na rin ng kanilang ban on social media for children under a certain age. This has been discussed actually a few months ago sa Senado, and I will support it. Lumalabas na rin from the psychologists, lumalabas na rin from the developmental professionals that social media is really best for adults kapag formed na yung mga brains natin. Even before the school shooting, napag-usapan na to. Pero maybe after the school shooting, mas bibilis yung proseso para sa social media ban na to. No? So, I'm gonna support that. And yung 3 measures na yon, the social media ban, the School Safety Act, and the opening up discussions and review of the juvenile justice law. Yan po yung mga gagawin po sa legislature, at least sa Senado. Ay, isusulong ko to sa Senado para mapag-usapan at magawa ng paraan yung mga na hindi na po maulit muli yung school shooting na nakita natin. No? So, that's basically what happened in Tacloban, guys. No?
So Bam, there's a lot to talk about here. I know the video game angle to that is going to take up a lot of time. So let's save it just for a few minutes here because I want to get into something before we get into that conversation as well as the social media angle to it. But when it occurred last Monday, of course, obviously we talked about it here on the show throughout the week. Are we looking at possibly active shooter type of drills, or is it too early to say that? The reason is because here in the U.S., one of the parts that me personally, also as a father, I don't know if you remember this, but during COVID, I was really happy about the kids staying home because then it's the big thing that I worry most about being a father is a school shooting, right? So when you took out the they're going to go to school, that or they're not going to go to school, that big, thank God I don't have to worry about that. It's my biggest worry here in the U.S. And I always say that when I have these debates on whether America is a first world country and all that stupid stuff, I always say we're a country that has to have active shooter drills for our kids. Like my daughter has to do that. She has to plan for that. And when you get to that level, it makes me think that we're a failure here in this country, that they have to go through something like that regularly. But when it actually happens, it might be a good idea, even if it is kind of sad and tragic that we have to get to that level. Do you think that we will get to a school active shooter type of drill in schools?
Honestly, I don't know. I'll leave that to the security professionals, no, kung ano yung suggestion nila. We do have earthquake drills. We do have fire drills. We have a lot of those drills. We're really hoping na hindi ito maulit muli, no? Pero syempre, a part of you feels that mas better to err on the side of caution, 'di ba? Na kailangan mas cautious tayo, na dapat alam ng mga teachers, alam ng mga bata ano yung gagawin kung merong emergency. Maybe it can be an emergency drill, and kapag may emergency drill, dapat alam natin yung ginagawa natin. Although honestly, reverse, 'di ba? Kasi pag earthquake drill, kailangan lumabas. Kapag tama ba to mo, pag school shooting, you hunker down, 'di ba?
Yeah, it's a bit of a lockdown.
Iba yung kailangan gawin. I hope niya to maulit. Maybe sanay naman tayo na nagche-check ng mga bag sa mall, 'di ba? Alam mo 'yon, parang there's always somebody checking your bag sa mall. Maybe that's something that can be done sa mga eskwelahan. Although I did see one school na napakahaba ng pila, no, kasi check yung mga bags ng mga bata. We did see the other day na because nagche-check na ng mga bags, may nahanapan ng baril sa apari. Of course, sabi niya wala naman siyang balak na gamitin pang self-defense daw or whatever. Pero still, the fact is kailangan walang mga armas na pwedeng makapasok sa mga eskwelahan natin. The other one is the CCTV, I think, as a deterrent. And the other one is yung presence of security. Whether it's a tanod, the PNP na nagra-rounds, or budget for a security guard. Diba? Sure. Or even the PTA. Yung mga PTA kasi natin, yan yung super volunteers ng mga public schools eh. Diba? So yung PTA, pwede sila mag-volunteer na may mga magtatao na mga magulang na nandun. Yan yung mga kailangan talagang siguro isulong, find the budget for these measures kasi at the end of the day, ang katapatan na naman yan, budget eh. Budget para sa security guard, budget para sa CCTV at mga ganyang bagay. I'm really hoping this will be the first and the last mass shooting in a school na makikita natin. Yung isa rin kasi dyan, sorry Lex, ito lang. Yung isa rin kasi dyan is the parents, no? Bilang mga magulang, kailangan talaga mabantayan natin yung mga bata. If I'm not mistaken, meron ng mga post yung shooters about using guns, 'di ba? Sa kanilang social media. Bilang mga magulang, of course, yung mga anak ko, 11 tsaka 8, wala pa silang social media, pero kailangan nanonood ka rin eh. Kailangan nakikita mo rin yan eh. 'Di ba? Kailangan may relationship ka sa mga anak mo para mapag-usapan nyo yung mga bagay-bagay and ma-alert mo rin if there's a potential danger, 'di ba? So the parents, I think part of yung tinatawag nating changes is also talking to the parents na kailangan mas maalam tayo sa mga nangyayari sa mga anak natin. Hindi lang siya anong gagawin mo kapag may shooter na drill eh. Kailangan yung nadidrill rin sa atin sa mga magulang, check yung social media ng mga anak, kinakausap, all of that. Even yung peer group. Although, again, yung mga batang nakausap ko, sabi nila, sobrang tahimik daw nung 14 years old. Kinakaibigan naman daw nila. Never nila in-expect na gagawin niya yon. Pero even the peer group, kung may mga peers, may mga barkada na nakita nila yung isang kasama nila na may problema, may mental health problems, may pinagdadaanan or nagiging violente, yung mga salita o yung mga kwento, dapat nakakapag-report rin yan. Dapat nare-report rin nila kaagad yan na hindi dapat sila natatakot na mabalikan, di ba? So, there are a lot of different processes na kailangan gawin rin. I know that DepEd is taking this very, very seriously, pero maganda rin kung meron ngang batas na ilalagay talaga yung kailangang ilabas na resources para mas maging safe yung mga schools natin.
There's a lot to talk about with what fuels children to, or anybody really, to do a mass shooting. I know we've been talking about social media a lot. I defend social media. That's just my personality. I defend these things. I think other people will say, it's the parents, they should be better. Last week, I was big on access to guns. I think guns is our always big problem. We're all going to have our separate thing, right, of what we think is the reason for this. But a lot of talk right now is with video games and social media. What do you think about where we're at with all this chatter regarding violent video games and how that it influences children to do something like this? Video games have been around forever. I mean, when I say forever, you know what I mean. It's been around a long, long time. This is our first shooting, if not our, maybe one of the isolated ones. Do you think that there's a connection there? I know Senator Riza has put some stuff out there that has gotten people thinking and hot debates going on because of her statement. How do you feel about the video game angle?
Well, more or less, if you look at the US and the experience of school shootings, which of course has been there for like 20 years already or more, and mas maraming studies na ginawa. Wala talagang correlation between video games and school shooting, no? Wala talaga. And if you look at the history of the world, lagi naman may biniblame eh, 'di ba? It was rock and roll in the 60s, it was heavy metal in the 80s. Now it's video games. Ganun 'yon, no? And a lot of the people who talk about video games in this way really aren't gamers, no? Or hindi na sila umabot sa panahon na merong games. Merong isang game na temporarily banned, which is Gorebox. I haven't played this game. I'm not familiar with this game. Pero more than the game itself, I think my understanding is posible na may nami-meet kang mga tao who are radicalizing you in certain games. By the way, to be fair kay Senator Risa, yung Roblox na binibring up niya before, that's because in other countries, not just the Philippines, merong mga predators na nahuli on Roblox na kumakausap sa mga bata, no? And these are sexual predators. So, more than the game itself, it's the fact that some of these games, wala silang controls dun sa mga groups and individuals na nag-i-infiltrate dun sa mga games mismo, no? So ibahin natin yung games, ibahin natin yung pagkakaroon ng mga predators or bad elements in these games na kailangan yung mga developer, mas may mga controls din sila dun sa mga games na yun, especially if these games are marketed to children. Like Roblox, for example, pangbata talaga ang Roblox, di ba? So, because pangbata yan, kailangan yung developers, meron silang responsibility na ma-monitor, ma-monitor, ma-check, at ma-ban yung mga predators o yung mga tao doon na may masasamang balak. Hindi yung game mismo, pero the fact that you have these elements in the game. No? So, kailangan mahiwalay natin yan. Kasi for me, yung social media ban where you get to see radical content which will radicalize you. By the way, if you remember yung Marawi Siege many years ago, many of the young fighters then were radicalized also through social media. No? Napasok sila sa mga grupo that radicalized them. So, the presence of these group chats, the presence of bad elements who are trying to do something bad to you or trying to make you do bad things, nandyan talaga yan. Yun yung kailangan nating ma-monitor, kailangan ma-check o kailangan ma-ban, no? And these are the responsibilities of the developers and the social media companies and the game developers also. Pero yung video games as an art or as a form, klaro naman yan na hindi talaga yan yung nagiging rason para sa violent behavior. In the same way that ang raming violent movies, ang raming barilan sa mga telenovela natin, sa mga sine, but nobody goes after them kasi matagal na silang nandyan. No? Yung video games, matagal na rin guys. Mag-50 years na rin yung mga video games pero it's always a convenient scapegoat pagdating sa mga bagay na to. Are there some games na talagang hindi pambata? Yes. Maraming games na hindi pangbata. And maybe what we can clarify is kung meron man mas magiging stricto, dapat mas stricto yung access ng mga bata sa mga mature video games. In the same way, merong ring mga rules pagdating sa mga bata at yung pag-access ng mga mature movies or mature TV shows or mature streaming services, may mga rules rin yan. No? Sa sinehan, kung bata ka tapos R18, hindi ka pa papasukin. Maybe dapat sa mga video game stores and online stores, medyo mas stricto rin yung ating rules pagdating sa mga bata at yung pag-access nila sa mga mature video games. Pero banning video games in general or as a whole, I don't think that's a good solution to our problems. No?
You know, but that's kind of how I feel. I know I sound like I'm going to disagree with a lot of people here, but that's how I feel about social media though, Bam. Like Columbine, the thing that inspired, let's say allegedly inspired those kids, that occurred 4 years before Facebook, 7 years before Twitter, 5, 6 other very high profile mass shootings at schools occurred well before YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Like, to me, it's convenient also to blame social media when the same regulations that you want for video games, we can do that for social media too and still have access for these kids, because they're going to do it, right? I mean, social media is a big part of their lives. To remove it is going to be difficult, but what if we just kind of treat it the way we treat video games, be more careful, have the responsibility fall on the developer or the platform itself to be able to kind of fix their issues to make it more safe. Because again, these shootings, they occurred before social media.
But Mo, yung mga copycat, yung mga sumunod dyan, a large part of that social media na yan eh. Nag-glorify talaga itong mga shooters.
Yeah, but to me, but look, other countries don't have this big of a problem and they have a lot of social media. I think what is common between countries that don't have these violent incidents is the access to weapons. That's what's common. Okay, the United States has in my opinion, the United States has a huge problem. They have 500 school shootings, I think, since Columbine. That's crazy. But that's because you can walk into any kind of sporting store and walk out with a rifle and walk out with a handgun. It's not like rocket science to go, the reason why America has so many shootings is because they have so many guns. They have 3 guns per American. There's 300 million Americans. That's 900 million guns. You're gonna get violence. So,
tama yun. I'm not saying, and hindi naman to either or eh. Hindi naman to guns or social media. Pwede namang both. But in the case kasi of social media, Mo, even before this happened, pinag-uusapan na to eh. because the psychologists have come out, studies have come out, and these are real studies that have come out and said that yung development ng mga bata is hampered by social media. Yung developmental needs sila para matuto sila ng maayos is hampered by social media. So even before the school shooting, this was already being discussed. In fact, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, napag-usapan na yung ban. And again, if you're gonna ban social media under a certain age, it's no different than, having age restrictions for certain films and certain TV shows.
Sure.
Diba?
Sure.
So may mga bagay na kaya ng mga bata, may mga bagay na hindi pa para sa mga bata. Same with video games. May mga video games na pang matanda, may video games na pang bata, and dapat doon tayo nagfo-focus, no? So, kailan sa akin nag-click na mas palakasin natin yung ban on social media? Nung nakita ko yung 14-year-old na suot-suot niya yung t-shirt ng mga Columbine shooters. And according to one of the kids, umuwi siya, nagbihis siya, kumbaga sinuot niya yon, nag-combat boot siya, ginaya talaga niya, yung pantalon niya yung parang, hindi siya fatigues, pero may mga pockets, parang tactical pants. Kinopya talaga niya bago siya bumalik at bago siya namaril ng mga sarili niyang estudyante. And I don't know, of course, hindi ko alam kung ano yung nakita niya on social media, kung ano yung napanood niya or what, pero I can imagine na nalulung yun dun sa mga groups regarding these shooters. He was introduced to some people or some groups that really glorified these kinds of activities. Kasi ba't mo susuotin yung t-shirt na yun? Tsaka naisip ko, hindi yun basta-basta. O-orderin mo yung t-shirt na yun. That shirt is of a German rock band in the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know who they are. Alam ko lang na German rock band yon. Of course, to be fair to that rock band, sinasabi naman nila they have nothing to do with these shootings, no? Pero the fact na o-orderin mo yon, hindi mo yun mabibili sa mall, O-orderin mo yun somewhere, o papagawa mo yun, uuwi ka para suotin yon. Ibig sabihin nun, he got into a rabbit hole that really radicalized him. And we also see that even with adults, no? Kung malulung ka sa isang algorithm,
isn't it because they have a mental health issue though, Bam? They have a mental health issue and then they're equipped with a weapon.
Okay,
and
pare, ito na lang.
You put those things together, you're going to get this.
Let's veer away from school shooting. Kahit naman matatanda, kahit naman kaedad natin, may mga kilala tayo, nalulung lang sa maling Facebook group, naging flat earther na, naging, di ko na sasabihin kung anong grupo, politika, o magiging Alex Calleja fan ka pa, di ba? Kung malulung ka sa maling grupo, ano talaga, it will grab a hold on you. Even for adults, what more for children? What more para sa mga bata na nagpo-form pa lang yung mga utak nila? So, you're right, hindi siya 1:1 dito sa school shooting at yung social media ban, but I'm telling you, even before the school shooting, pinag-uusapan na yung social media ban. Si Brother Alex, parang may gusto sabihin dito.
Hindi,
Sister Mara.
sa tingin ko perfect storm to Bilang tatay, no, sa tingin ko perfect storm to. Lahat ng checklist, lahat ng check na checkan niya Kaya siya na-execute. Meaning, meron kang bata na may access sa barel, may bata kang naanuan sa social media, may bata kang napanood yung Columbine, tapos may batang hindi na alam mo, kailangan munang ma-check lahat yan para mangyari ito. Doon muna ako thankful sa Pilipinas kasi parang yung nangyari to, sa tingin ko, magulang, check. Na-influensyan sa social media, check. May access sa barrel, check. Para magawa to. Ang concern ko lang kasi, kahit ako bilang tatay, ang anak ko, laging kino-quote ang YouTube in terms of the gym. So, pinahayaan ko lang hanggang sa na-realize ko to. Sabi ko, I have to also put something na to balance yung anak ko. So, kinakausap ko siya na, anak, you have to also consult the doctor, Magtiwala pa rin tayo sa doktor, wag lagi sa napapanood natin sa social media. So, may ganun akong action, no? Ang ibig ko lang sabihin, pwede tayo magkwento about, may social media aspect, may may parents, pero sana etong nangyayari na to, realization to ng lahat ng tao, dapat maging proactive. Huwag nating isipin na hindi tayo yan, hindi ganyan anak natin. At kay Mo ang masasuggest ko naman, kasi meron tayong matured mind to handle social media. Ang sinasabi ata ni Sen, may mga bata kasi mapupuntahan na madaling ma-influensyan ng social media. Pag we're speaking for sa atin, katulad ng nakikita sa Discord, uy, alam ko kung sino kausap ko sa games. Ikaw yun Pero ang percentage ng population, hindi natin alam kung ganoon din ang mindset in terms of dealing with manloloko sa social media, mga manloloko sa chat. Yung napapartner sa social media, alam natin kung ano yung mali at tama Pero may mga bata na hindi alam. So dapat magkaroon tayo ng certain way para mapagsilbihan natin yung buong population. Kung matalino ka, hindi para sa iyo yung hindi para sa iyo yung batas na yon. Kung alam mo kung paano pag-identify ng mali sa social media, hindi para sa itong gagawin na adjustment. Itong adjustment dapat gagawin natin sa mga taong hindi maka-identify ng mali at tama sa social media. Mali at tama sa video games. Mali at tama. Ibig sabihin yun ang point natin Ang ayoko lang ngayon dito, lahat ng nangyayari is ina-attach sa politics.
Yeah, but what I don't want also is to also do the same thing with social media. I just don't want social media to look like it's the devil. Now, look, I will support the research ban, and if you guys want to push a ban for 15-year-old and below or 16 below, I can agree to that. I mean, I could see it. I just don't like the blanket social media blame. Look, there's how many people in the world? 7 billion. I think there's 6 billion social media accounts. So just about the great majority of the world has one. And these, while tragic and very unfortunate and growing here in the US, it is a small population to say of incidents to say, okay, it's social media related. It's kind of like flying. One airplane crashes, 2 airplane crashes in a month, and we all of a sudden we think it's not safe, when by far it's the safest way for transportation. But it's scary, it's violent, and it has high death totals. So it scares the hell out of us. But when you think about how many people are actually on social media, and then how many incidents these occur, it's not social media's fault as a blanket statement, but you're right, we could be more responsible about it. And if you want to put an age thing there, I can get behind that.
By the way,
don't like the blanket, kasalanan ng social media na to. Or I get angry about that just as much as when you say video games are the reason these things happen.
Yeah, by the way,
it's just not right.
All of the things we're talking about, lahat yan is about age. No? Even yung discussion about video games, yung discussion about social media, nakafocus talaga kasi of course maraming balita, maraming clickbait, maraming nakakagulat na mga statements.
Oh yeah.
Pero if you drill down dun sa actual suggestions by all the players, no, to be fair, all of the different personalities, nakafocus siya sa mga bata, no? So kung meron mang issues on social media, it's with those below a certain age. Of course, kung 15 ba yan, 16, 13, pag-uusapan pa yan. Wala namang, by the way, wala rin proposal na below 18. The highest I think is 16. No, so below 16, banned for those below 16. Originally, meron kaming below 13, but now we put it up to below 15. Even yung pag-uusap about video games, may mga let's ban. But if you really drill down dun sa pinag-uusapan, I think it will go down to age restrictions na meron na naman talaga. Kasi kung titignan mo yung likod, 'di ba, yung bibili ka ng game, 'di ba? Yung like likod niya,
or something like that, right?
Meron naman talagang code 'yun Meron talagang code 'yun. And one of my friends, tsaka one of the people I follow pagdating sa video games, si Dino Cornel, no, one of the top influencers na Pinoy about video games. He came out with content about how there's at least on the PC 12 steps before somebody can play a game. Kailangan ka maglagay ng credit card, kailangan ka mag-age verification, kailangan mo ng email, kailangan mo ng ganito. And sabi nga niya, look, every step of the way is one step where a parent can come in and check kung ano ba yung nilalaro ng mga anak ko. 'Di ba? Ako, honestly, I play with my daughter. I mean, kaming dalawa. My oldest daughter, si Rory, is a Minecraft person. Although ngayon, nag-iiba na rin yung taste niya. But for a while, she was a Minecraft person and she used to compete sa mga Minecraft competitions sa mga eskwelahan. And I really encouraged it, no? And then si Coco naman, siya talaga yung parang gamer gaya ko na mahilig sa mga RPG, mahilig sa mga action-adventure. And we're playing video games now. And I look at it as kumbaga, I look at it as an opportunity to bond with her. Kaya sa mga magulang dyan, I hope na when your children are playing video games, when they're on social media, kailangan talaga, opportunity to bond, opportunity to talk about ano yung pinagdadaanan nila. Kasi once mahiwala yan, di mo na alam kung nung pinapanood nila, di mo na alam kung sino kinakausap nila, di mo na alam kung nung nilalaro nila, that can lead to many bad things. Ako nung bata ako, di ba, sinong barkada mo? Di ba? Yan yung mga magulang. Kanino ka tumatambay? Sinong barkada mo? Di ba?
Yari ka.
It's the same. It's the same now. Kaya lang ngayon, they're on Discord. They're on a group chat, di ba? Hindi na sila noon kasi magkikita kayo sa kalsada or pupunta kayo sa bahay ng kaibigan mo. 'Di ba? O yung barkada mo, titingnan ng nanay mo, yun yung mga kasama mo, yun mukhang di mabuting tao yun, o yun mukhang basagulero, 'di ba? Ngayon it's the same idea. Kailangan alam mo kung sino yung kasama ng anak mo, pero it's online. Kaya siguro mas mahirap ng konti. But si Dino also talked about so many parental controls, screen time control, parang the technology is already there for the parents to also have an active role. Nabanggit nga niya, sabi niya, alam mo, nung bata ako, wala namang control. May Mortal Kombat, napaka-violent, di ba? Wala namang nag-check sa atin nun. Pero ngayon, built into the technology na yung controls ng parents. So ako, wake up call to sa DepEd, wake up call sa gobyerno, pero wake up call din siya sa mga magulang, most importantly sa mga magulang.
Yes.
Alam natin kung ano yung nakikita ng mga anak natin, di ba?
Saka Sen, may logic kasi yan eh. Halimbawa, naglagay ka ng mga additional na whatever, laws o baya pag nagawa mo yun at may lumabas pa rin, at least, hindi nyo nakita yung mga napigil. Pag may sumulpo talaga, wala tayong magagawa. Ano talaga yung bulok na talaga yung nakalabas na yon. For example, nilagay na natin mga hindrance, mga laws, mga ginawa natin pinag-usapan. Pag may lumabas, huwag na yung sabihin, yan, may lumabas pa rin, no? Naglagay na kayo. Oo, pero hindi nyo nakita yung manapigilan. Ibig sabihin, may lalabas pa rin. Wala namang perfect. Kaya lang, huwag nating may lumabas pa rin. May problema pa rin. Hindi. Yung lumabas na yon, hindi nyo napigil, hindi nyo nakita yung napigilan. Yun ang nakaka-frustrate doon. So
I guess that's just laws in general, though, right? I mean, their laws are made so people don't do things, but the people are still going to do them. I mean, Mara, as somebody very much into gaming, I mean, this is your livelihood. You just came from Malaysia, where with the tournament, and you're just talking about the Philippines now qualifying for the Asian Games. So it is very much part of our culture, also. But you, mismo, I mean, this is your world. How do you feel about all of the talk regarding gaming possibly playing a role in some of these things and influencing kids to do bad things?
Well, when I saw, for example, I think it was fake news. There was a list of games that was supposed to be banned. So of course it was upsetting. Yeah, of course when I saw that it was upsetting, and then I went to research behind it, and it was just that one game. But I do agree that there are certain content out there that should be age restricted, because like you said, and I talk about this a lot, that the prefrontal cortex is not fully developed until age 25, especially until 25. And there are certain content that should not be consumed by children. And there should be certain games that should not be played by children. There should be age restriction, but it's just a matter of who's setting and how are they setting each age restriction. It should not be for all ages. It should not be, all games should not be banned. It's just, I think if you do allow a certain game to be played, then it's to the parents' discretion, and then it would be their responsibility if certain crimes are committed because they didn't follow the law. They didn't follow the age. Just like movies, right? If you can't watch R-rated movies until you're 18 and such. So I do agree with the age restriction, but not banning it totally for the entire country. That I totally disagree with, because esports changes people's lives. It could help people's mental state, mental health. It's also, we have people in MOBA games that's 16 years old, and that's also their way to get their parents, their family out of kahirapan. So it can change things, but there needs to be monitoring, and I agree to that. Even with social media, I agree to that, because there are certain things that you can watch on social media that you should not watch if you're 7 years old, 8 years old. And we see that on YouTube anyway, when there's a parental control. So I'm all for the age restriction, just not the total ban for the entire country for a specific game.
Yeah. So ito guys, the other reasons the other reason why maraming games na mature. Okay? Kasi before, nung bata tayo, games were really pangbata. Di ba? I mean, pangbata talaga. Mas cute. Mas cute.
Yeah.
But the reason why games now are more mature is because the average age of a gamer is about 37 years old. Okay?
So it was us, like, when we got into it,
Exactly.
we're still into it, right?
Most
Yeah.
gamers now are in their 30s. Yung mga naglalaro are in their 30s. So ibig sabihin nun, yung games na ginagawa para sa mga naglalaro, syempre nagmamature din. 'Di ba? That's why games are different now also. Yung games nung bata tayo, kasi yung average age ng gamers noon, mas bata. Ngayon yung average age ng gamers tumatanda. So there's content made for older gamers. In the same way, may mga sine na pangmatanda, may mga TV shows na pangmatanda, hindi talaga pangbata. That's really how it should go. Kunyari, si Alex, pag may show siya, 'di ba? Meron kang warning, 'di ba?
May warning, 15 years old pa ba? No.
Oh, yun. So ganun lang yun. I think
Ganun lang yun.
that's the way it should go. Now, lax ba yung mga nagbebenta ng mga games to check? I think they're a little lax. Kasi pag ako pupunta sa favorite store ko, sa bagay, matanda naman ako, we can check. But maybe yung mga tindahan online, tsaka yung mga tindahan in the malls, maybe they just need to be more strict about kaino sila nagbebenta rin ng games nila, di ba?
Honestly, as we talk all about this, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about all the things that influence, because what it is me as a child. I'm trying to put myself back in those days and what I was influenced by, and did it make me do something? Like if we played NBA 2K or NBA Live back then, I play video game. What's the one thing you want to do after you play the game? You want to go out there and shoot some hoops, right? You watch a little WWF. What do? You go to your couch and you treat the pillow as a thing, and it does. I get it. It does influence you, but in the end, we know not to do something further than just play. We have toy guns, right? Firing projectiles. I mean, kids are being sold for Halloween soldier outfits with fake guns and all. We've been doing this our whole life, but something stops us from the fantasy world that we are living in the moment and actually doing something about it. And that's the part that I want to figure out. What is making these kids do something about it? Is it a mental health thing? Is it the parental thing? Is it my blame? Access to the real stuff? What is it that's stopping us when we were exposed to it and not stopping the selected few that decide to do something way more violent than what we did when we were younger?
Ako, it's the radicalization eh. Yung sa mga chat groups at sa social media, may radicalization na nangyayari. And radicalization towards extremism, radicalization in terms of doing violent things. Yun yung kailangan nating bantayan. Kaya babalik ka mo sa social media. Di ba, like for example, Mara, the MOBA games, wala naman yan parang yung mga chat groups gaya ng ibang mga games, di ba? Na may mga radicalization na nangyayari. Wala naman, right? Like you can talk to each other, pero apart from that, you don't really talk on the game, di ba?
Meron siyang, you can speak while you're playing, and
Yes.
there's also groups.
Yes, but after the game is done, yun na yun, di ba? Tapos
Meron siyang group. May mga groups din as well. Pero like those things are monitored. May mga AI na din tayo. Like there are certain words na you cannot enter.
Yeah,
So controlled. It's very controlled.
Yeah. So in the same way, the developers may responsibility rin sila to monitor what's on their groups and what's on the chats, di ba? And I think yun naman yung bati ko sa Roblox, na there have been a lot of cases na may mga predators on the game. And this is not just in the Philippines, but all over the world, na may mga nangyayaring masama. So it's also the responsibility of the developers to make sure na walang nangyayaring illegal on the groups that are on their game. Diba? Now, I don't know about yung game na naban, yung Gorebox. I've never played that game. I'm not familiar with it. But I can guess na kasama yun doon. Na kung may mga mamimit ka doon o kung may mga groups doon na pwede kang, which can lead you to other groups outside of the game, dapat na monitor siya ng developer at dapat na check yan. No?
Gosh, I wonder, I mean, it remains to be seen how effective some of these protections are, though. The other day I was at the gym and I posted a photo on stories of Instagram, and my caption was something like, "Yeah, gosh, I'm so fat." You know, I was just trying to like, you know, I random. I got to lose weight, and Instagram tells me, "Hey, are you sure you want to post that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And then remember, okay, yeah, I get it. They're looking for these trigger words, and they're asking you that extra step. Hey, are you sure? Or hey, this phrase is known to be associated with bullying, and people are putting these protections in. I just wonder again if they're going to be effective, and what makes it. Maybe you're right, Bam. It's the radicalization.
Oh,
It's daily kind of putting these things in people's brains, eventually to get them to do something really heinous.
So nag-post ka ba o hindi? After the
I
warning?
did. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'm fat. I said, of course I'm sure I'm fat.
Pati. Nakita ko yun.
So, but yeah, I wonder how effective all of this stuff becomes, and if it stops even just one shooting, then yeah, it's all worth it, right? Protection after protection after protection. Wow. Okay, so Bam, what else is going on in the country?
Next week, guys. Next Monday is the start of the impeachment, July 6, 2 p.m. I fit the robe yesterday. Na-shock yung mga anak ko. Parang, whoa, anong suit mo dyan, di ba? Kasi that robe is, it's very imposing, Talagang pang-judge, no? So, ganun lang yun. We have to take our job seriously. Walang kulay, walang kaibigan, walang kaaway. Dapat patas, unbiased, at titingin sa ebidensya, ilalabas ang katotohanan. No? Yan yung mga batayan. And I hope that all of us in the Senate can really take on that role na unbiased, and will search for the truth and judge based on the evidence, not based on political color. I know it sounds impossible. May survey na lumabas, only 20% of Filipinos think that we will be unbiased. No, on both sides, I
think I'm there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna try to do. Yun yung sisikapin kong gawin, which is to shed your political color and baggage, and to look at the impeachment as part of your oath. You know, we took an oath as senators. We took an oath as a senator judge, and you have to take that seriously. No? I think yung taong bayan, whatever side they're on, ang hinahanap nila is fair and unbiased appreciation of the facts. No? So tapos na yung pre-trial. They were able to finish on time, and the trial will start on July 6. So I'm sure maraming mga kabantay dyan. Yung session actually starts after SONA pa. So end of July pa yon. So mauuna yung impeachment for a few weeks, and then magsusona. And the SONA kasi is also, SONA is also opening of the Senate. So when that happens, then mag-resume na yung mga hearings, and bills that we're trying to pass will continue, and all of that. But for the first few weeks, it will be focused on the impeachment, and we will likely have an hearing on the School Safety Act, either the first or the second week of July, to fast track a lot of these reforms.
Gotcha. Okay. You got about 4 minutes here left, Bam. I wanted to throw this question out to you because it was a topic on the podcast last night. Alex and I took a call, and I said, I want to wait for Bam. So I wanted to make sure I got a couple minutes here. So we had a guy call, right? He's from, where was he from? Like Texas? Yeah, I think he's from Texas, something like that.
Yes.
So,
Toronto.
Was it Toronto?
Toronto.
Where was? Okay.
Toronto.
So check this out, Bam. Last week was Father's Day, right? So young father, new father, by the way, a few months old baby, right? So on Father's Day, he decides to go out with his friends for breakfast, his guy friends, because they wanted to celebrate, Father's Day and, do a little Father's Day thing. So he goes out and has breakfast. His wife, so angry that he went with his friends in the morning, just a couple of hours, no biggie. They get into a fight. It ends up with him smashing the window of her car because she hit him. He gets not arrested, but escorted by the police out. Now their family's completely destroyed. And Alex was like, well, you should have gone
may
out with your
kulang pa yun.
friends.
May kulang mo. Kompletoy natin. May lunch plan yung wife. May lunch na plano.
Yeah.
Tapos first time na father.
Yeah, and I'm like, rookie mistake. I get where Alex is kind of a rookie mistake, but him and I were kind of bit.
We need to give the information to Senbam. Hindi
Sure.
hindi mo na natuloy yung alis. Paalis pa lang, hindi na pinayagan. Nag-away muna sila. Nag-away, dugo yung kamay bago natuloy. Pero nagpaalam siya sa asawa, ayaw pumayag kasi may lunch sila. Pero gusto pa rin niya ituloy. First time Father's Day. Yan, may lunch sila pero may breakfast na lakad ng mga lalaki.
They wanted to do a Father's Day breakfast for a few hours. And then Alex is right, they had a lunch. So she stops him at the door. They get in a fight. She hits him. He punches the car window. That breaks. Cops show up. All of that stuff. It's nasty. It looks like this is going to be forever broken up, right? But I was like, you know what? Rookie mistake. Fine, whatever. Not that big of a deal if you go out with your friends, your guy friends on Father's Day in the morning. It's Father's Day. It's your day. Shouldn't you be allowed to? The moms go to spas. So what did the dads wanted to do a round of golf for Father's Day in the morning? Who cares? Alex was like, no. Father's Day is not yours. Father's Day is not yours. Yeah, the wife has to say yes to that.
Okay.
Where are you at on this? I'm like, wait for Bam.
Kaya kami umabot ng 21 years ng asawa ko dating and married. Is because alam niya na kapag may kailangan ko ng time out, magbibigay siya sa akin ng time out. Like never ako pinigilan ng asawa ko pag humingi ako ng 1 hour, playing video games, go to a movie kasi si Timmy hindi nanonood ng horror yan eh. So kung gusto ko manood ng horror, I go with my friends, di ba? I don't go with her. Honey, gusto ko manood ng ganito, tatawagan ko yung barkada ko. Oh, sige, walang problema, go. So, isa yan sa nag-contribute sa 21 years namin together. Kapag kailangan ko ng oras, go lang. In fact, recently, I was able to go out with my high school friends. Nag-abroad pa kami. Oh, nag-abroad, pinayagan. Hindi lang ako pinayagan. May pocket money pa. Oh, wait. But, ito sasabihin ko, ito yung mistake ng lalaki. And hindi ko siya kilala, ayoko siyang husgahan. Pero, yung nananapak tapos may nasisira, medyo hindi magandang sign niya na. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Now, kunyari, nakabig niya, okay. Pero yung tipong nagka-rage siya tapos sinapak niya yung window, baka kailangan niya mag-anger management.
Both of them.
He still went to the breakfast, bloody hand and everything. The picture pa na. He still went.
Ako naman, ang point ko, Sen, breakfast, may planong lunch, sana, wag mo uunahin mo yung, pagbigyan mo na sana, afternoon ka para lang matapos na yan. O kaya, di ba kasi ang problema kasi baka mamaya yung wife may plano sa lunch, siguradong busog ka sa breakfast. Bino mo inuna mo, first time Father's Day, mamaya may surprise sa'yo. Kaya doon ako nagagaling. Priorities ba? Kung sinabi mo na, parang gano'n na, sa gabi, i-move, may mga explanation naman yung lalaki.
And Bam, your examples were not Father's Day. And what Alex was saying is, this is Father's Day though. This is a
first time.
Okay?
Unang anak. Well, infant.
What do you think? You think Timmy would say okay for you to have breakfast with the boys on Father's Day? Me, you, and Lex.
First child, first child and infant. Like first ever Father's Day.
It's haba ng araw.
It's my day. Father's Day, I can do whatever I want.
Exactly. Ang haba ng araw. Ano ba naman yung nagkape ka at nagpandesal ka with the boys or whatever? Breakfast pa. Yung breakfast nga, hindi counted yan na labas eh. Di ba? Ang breakfast, gigising ka lang, hindi ka na nga maliligo at mag-toothbrush. Pag-break, di ba? Pupunta ka lang sa kanto, di ba? Yung ganyan type yung breakfast, di ba?
Pero Sen, ang pagpapaalam is asking permission. Ibig sabihin, mag-partner kayo, nagsabi ka, pwede ba ako malabas? Sabi ng partner mo, wag, ayoko. So, hindi ka naman, dapat di ka na nagpaalam.
Exactly. Better to ask forgiveness than ask permission.
Yes. Hindi siya gano'n.
Diba? Ay, honey. Saka pagbalik, may dalang pandesal tsaka kape. Honey, I bought you Saka galing. Andun lang sa kanto. Yung mga barkada ko nandun rin. Diba? Tapos.
Ay, ako naman, Sen, ang point ko, nakakatakot umalis kasi pag may mga okasyon. Kasi, di ba, pag Father's Day, baka sabihin, nag-celebrate ka ng iba. Di ba, pag Valentine's nga, 14, sabi nila, ang 13 at 15 para sa mga araw. Yun. Ikaw, Mara, ano masasabi mo doon bilang babae?
Dun sa Father's Day?
Oo.
I think it's because it's the first Father's Day. The Father's Day is family first. Like that's a celebration, family first. And then spend it with friends later.
That's Christmas. That's all the other holidays. Father's Day is
Mara,
my
breakfast?
Day.
Counted bang breakfast? Breakfast?
But it's your first child together and syempre excited ka dun sa... It's the first and infant.
7 to 9 a.m.
I wouldn't go wild. Pero syempre, iisipin mo na inisip muna nung partner mo yung family and you're gonna prioritize the family first.
Pero hindi naman sila eh. Kaya lang, gusto mo lang magkape. Yun lang naman yun eh. Ano pagkakamali niya? You know his mistake? Dapat hindi niya sinabing breakfast. Sabi niya kape. Dapat ko sabi, oy magkakape ako kasama ng mga kaibigan ko. O sige, magkape ka. O kaya lang, pinaganda niya, breakfast. Diba?
Then more info. Yung mga tropa niya, walang tatay doon. Walang may tatay. Naintindihan ko siya doon. Walang may tatay doon. Gusto lang nila magkita. Naintindihan ko ha.
There's no spakol that's open at 7 a.m. Okay, come on. They just went to get coffee.
Pero sa point of view ng babae pare, number 1, sa araw na yon, number 1 breakfast, number 2 lunch, ganun na. So pag inuna mo yung, parang inuna mo. Yun lang yon. Parang ganun. Inuna mo. Parang ganun.
I would understand kapag let's say, OA na yun kapag let's say 5 years old na, 7 years old na yung bata. Pero kasi first, there's the symbolism and importance of the first.
Okay. There's more passion about this than video game bans. Bam, I want to thank you for being here, brother. We'll see you next week. We some update on what happened at the impeachment, at least the early parts of it. So thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys. Salamat.
Right.
Ingat.
Have a good one. Later. Bye.
May point si Senbam doon na may me time Tama naman yun. Kahit naman ako, tinanong mo ako, di ba? Ikaw, Lex, papayag ka ba sa wife mo? Oo, papayag. Nagpaalam eh. Pag nagpaalam, yes or no lang naman eh. Mag-yes na lang ako para maiwas.
Gets ko kung bakit nagalit yung girl. I would not exactly make a scene out of it because that totally ruins the day. Right? Pero na-gets ko siya. Yung tulak, yung making a scene, making it a big deal. If it were me, I would have just been quiet. Pero halata na parang, you know.
Diba?
Yeah, that's how you learn though, right? I mean, again, we're all in agreement that it's a rookie mistake. He gets home from breakfast, she's upset, and I'm like, just go, okay, next year I'm not going to do this anymore. But to make it, you're right, to make it a scene, cops get involved, stitches on the hand, completely destroyed vehicle. Now they've broken up. Baby's now has a broken home. I mean, all of that.
Pinapulis siya. By the way, pinapulis siya. Pag-uwi niya, may pulis.
For breakfast?
Marami
all
police.
Of that.
That's they have deeper issues. They have, and for people saying like na ano sila na I said family day. Kaya father and child. It's the first. Kasi kaya sinasabi ko family, father and child.
I can acknowledge that the guy made a mistake. Probably shouldn't have done it. Rookie mistake. But obviously the aftermath and you know with the violence.
Tsaka hindi fathers yung kasama niya, walang may anak.
Wala, pero ibig sabihin Mara, ganun katindi ang episode namin nila Mo. We deal with family. Contrary sa mga balita-balita na medyo lang kami, bastos-bastos kami. Hapon we solve a lot of family issues.
Yeah, father stuff too. A lot of male callers.
No mentions of whatever. Focus
on the first girl wanted the vibrator, Lex, but outside of that.
Girl pa yung may dalang bastos na issue.
Baka kasi may pattern na yung guy na hindi palaging, di ba? Di mo unahin yung child mo.
Nagkalat sa social media mo yung mga joke ng mga Pinoy about the shooting Sabi, dati, buti pa yung problema namin dati sa eskwelahan, may mga nasasaniban lang. Tapos, may kuto, yun lang kinakasakutan mo sa klase mo, may kuto. Tapos dati, pag nabalita mo may shooting sa eskwela, may shooting ng artista. Ayun, dilagyan nyo ng bagong color yung sinira nyo yung eskwela na image. Kaya dapat yan, maayos yan. Yeah. May tumahe. Yan lang magpapalabas sa'yo sa classroom, may tumahe kang classmate dahil ang baho. Nagtatamuhan. Ano nangyari? Ma'am! May
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, hour number 3, it's 8:07. We're super late. Don't go away. Back after this.
Good times.
Non-stop. Okay.
I was getting confused. I was thinking, is that just on my end?
Yeah, no, my bad. No, it's not on air. It's just on the Zoom part where you're hearing both songs. I wanted to play a long song so I could take my dog to the bathroom, but I forgot I had the noise cancellation. It kind of ruins the song. So sorry about that.
So it was just us that was hearing it.
Yeah,
so I was looking crazy, like
Yeah, all your face.
oh my God.
But that's what we love most about you.
It was so weird for me. For
Alam
the
mo,
people who didn't know, there were two musics. There were two different types
There
of
were two
music
songs.
playing. Two songs at the same
The only you
time.
could hear that. Sorry, like you were saying, what?
I-ready mo na yung sarili mo sa aso, pare. Yung aso ko ngayon nasa ospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yung
I mean,
golden
it's-
golden retriever ko si
What happened to your dog?
According sa findings may may lepto raw eh. Siguro naglalaro sa labas may mga daga dito sa signal eh.
oh,
Ang daga dito sa signal cheap din eh, hindi katulad ng mga daga sa Fords Park. Medyo social din dito. Na lepto pinapa-obserbahan ko 3.5 per day.
Which is, I mean, obviously it's
Pagkaso
different.
mo
Different
talaga kaya
countries.
ready ka
all that
dyan
stuff.
mo.
Yeah, no, I mean, over here, if it's 3.5 a day, masaya na ako dun. Kasi over here, the prices, as everything medical in the US is crazy. I mean, I have dog insurance now. Yung dog insurance is, what is it, like 3,000 a month you have to pay or more, like 3.5 a month for
Dapat.
just the insurance. And that's not even anything. That's just in
what's
case something
included in
happens.
the insurance? They like hospitalization.
Yeah, and then we'll jump off this because again, for the dog owners probably don't care, but you're 3.5 a month, and then kung may surgery or ano man, they'll pay for it, but you still have to pay mga 75,000. You pay 75,000 of the surgery pesos ha. Let's just make it in peso para thing. So 3.5 a month peso. If the dog gets sick or some surgery or thing, you have to pay 75K. Anything after 75K, the insurance company pays for it now. Yeah. And everything costs $500,000. If you're like, if your dog gets like, some kind of surgery, it's $500,000. So you have to get the insurance. I know. It's parang tao lang. So. Hey, okay. Sorry, Lex, about your dog. I hope he gets better.
Oo nga eh. Nalulungkot nga ako eh.
What's your dog's name?
Charlie.
And the chocolate factory.
Andyan ayan. Pinapa.
That looks like Mara, not like a dog.
Hindi, sa taas.
So
Ayan Wait na mukha.
Mara's fake. It's hour number 3 of the show. We are streaming, by the way, if you want to figure out, like, what are they talking about? We're streaming on discord.gg/goodtimesradio. A lot of people do join us on the stream when Bam gets here. They tend to drop off when he leaves, rightfully so, because, I mean, access to a senator is always a big deal, and have him speak casually about certain topics and, what's going on in the country is always great material for any kind of show. So we're grateful that Bam hangs out with us weekly to give us kind of the update on things. Mara's back. First time in 2 weeks. She's going to be gone again in a few more weeks, right? You're leaving on what? The end of July?
I'm leaving on the 28th, and then I'll be back August 9 or maybe 10 kasi mahaba yung flight.
Yeah. Okay. And where are you going for this one?
It hasn't been announced yet, but I'm going to Paris.
Saan mo jowa mo?
No, it's for work. It's for work. It's for something else. Yeah. I'm excited. It's our first time in Paris.
Hindi pa ako nakapunta dyan eh.
So am I preempting anything when I say are you going to start taking up a little French just like me? We're going to you and I speaking French a little bit?
Yeah, I want to. I think it's a sign that I need to learn French since I'm going to be going there. And when I go there, I want to be able to recognize words because I haven't spoken French since I was maybe 14 years old,
Right.
and that was like
being from
basic
Canada.
French.
So,
Yeah.
dahil ba sa kita mo sa OnlyFans? Ayun ba yung...
Wala akong OnlyFans.
Ayun ba yung... So,
Maniniwala si Ray. Wala akong OnlyFans.
masyado
I would
mabilis yung
never.
ano mo ha?
I would never.
Masyado mabilis yung pagkita mo ng pera ha? Sinasabi ko sa'yo.
No, this is for work. I'm going to go there for work. So I probably won't even have time to go around. I wanted to extend, but nobody wants to extend with me. Everybody wants to go home right away because they're saying it's so expensive. And I'm like, we're already going to be there. So
Are you talking about the OnlyFans? No, ayaw na extension because
I don't have OnlyFans.
Okay.
You've never been to Paris?
Never been. But just to set the record, Alex, I've been offered to get paid for my toe pics. I would never. Kahit toes lang yon.
Paa.
Patulang
Yeah.
mo na, Mara.
Because
Ayun ang mga... Ayun yung kapatid mo ko. Ano bang nasa isip mo? Patulan mo. Daliri.
Look. Can we say this? And I don't want to, make connection to everything, but people who pay for a photo of toes, all of that stuff. I mean, they're like mental health issue.
Serial killer. Candidate. Collection of body parts. Initial stage.
Look. Alex and I are as malibog as anybody. Okay. But we're not, I don't think I've ever, and Lex, I'm assuming you've never.
Yes, Mo.
Like masturbated to kilikili.
No.
Masturbated to a foot. Masturbated to a neck.
Doon tayo sa main parts. The universal acceptable parts.
Exactly. So if you are masturbating to a photo of a foot, serial killer.
Medyo. Yes. The initial stage.
But I don't get it. Why do toes? Why is it a turn? I don't get it.
For serial killers, because they like body parts. They like cutting up body parts. Hence, that toe is just kind of one section of the body parts that I like to dismember and stuff like that.
But why is it mostly toes? May ano nga feet finder. Bakit hindi elbows? Bakit hindi tuhod? Like, bakit toes?
May mga ganun na. Iba-iba ang trip yan. Pag may tuhod, malaki-laking parte ng katawan yan. damay binti mo dyan sa...
How do you guys feel? Do you guys follow ABS-CBN? Because so remember they have been putting, follow them online. They've been putting a lot of sex education videos up. There's that old lady. She's talking about sex kind of on the female part. But I saw one recently. Some doctor now talking about masturbating on ABS's IG feed. Alvin, can we put the video up of this guy? So here,
nakita ko yan. Iwasan ko yan eh.
So, like, how do you feel that we're getting this stuff? And maybe we should have talked to Bam about this as well. Like, where do we get sex education from? Where should we get sex education from moving forward for the younger generation? But, yeah, they do videos. They do a lot of kind of sex videos, and I don't know, man. I'm not saying you guys should listen to the podcast, and that's where you should get it from. But I don't want to get it from doctors. I mean, this is it makes it so corny. Let's play a little bit though about this regarding masturbating every day. Here we go.
Araw-araw na pagmamasturbate, masama nga ba?
He's smiling. It makes it
Okay, so
weird.
yung araw-araw na pagmamasturbate, medically
High five,
speaking, hindi yan masama. What makes it bad, yung
Alright, that's
quality
enough.
of life mo centered around
Quality
it.
of life.
Naapektuhan na yung trabaho mo, yung pag-aaral mo, yung relationships. So pwedeng maging masama yun. Even anxiety issues or performance issues, pwedeng maapektuhan. Ano yung example nun? For example, mas pinipili mong mag-masturbate kaysa pumasok sa trabaho, kaysa mag-aral, kaysa makipagtalik sa asawa mo, no? Mas pinipili mo yun. And that makes it bad. Yun yung masamang epekto ng masturbation. So, ano yung importante? Importante, you have self-control. No? Hindi siya masama. Masama lang siya, kunwari, masakit na, nag-irritate na yung penis mo because of too much masturbation. Bihira naman mangyari yun. Pero yung psychological effect sa'yo, nung porn addiction, masturbation, merong mga chronic effects yan. Example, you prefer this type of genre, but in reality, yung kasex mo, hindi naman ganun yung genre niya. No? So yung reality mo is different from your imagination pag nag-masturbate ka. That makes it really bad. So generally speaking, medically, hindi siya masama. Pero psychologically, if it affects your quality of life, your life itself, then masama siya. Ako po si Dr. Romeo Lloyd Romero, ang inyong board-certified urologist. And ito ang Real Stock. Oops! May mga reaction ka ba sa mga sinabi ko? I-comment mo na yan.
All right, Romeo. Can we do something about the freaking music in the background?
Tsaka yung graphics, yung coconut like falling down the tree. Tapos I don't know. It's parang...
Nawawala excitement pag gano'n ng...
I know.
Diba?
That was the other one, the old lady. They also do the one with the old ass lady. I don't want to think about sex with this freaking. She's like 75 years old.
Dapat, nagtitikol ka ba? Mga ganun dapat yung maseta. Ang araw-araw na pagtitikol, ganun yun. Para maintindihan ng mga...
Okay, can we translate what he said? to kind of the common person.
Oh.
You jack off every day, it's fine.
Alam mo,
We talk
okay
about
lang
this all the
talaga-
time.
Oh, okay lang talaga magsalsal. Pero, pag nakita mo nagpapaltos na yung edits mo, medyo susobrang ka na. Di ba? Sabi niya na may irritation daw. Nagpapaltos na, tigilan mo lang
Yeah,
sa
okay, look, no, this is why we need to fix this. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm a master at I put the master in masturbate. Look,
Oh.
you can get irritation on your dick even if you don't do it so much because you're using the wrong lubricant. Like when we were young, we all learned this the hard way, Lex. Oh,
Yes.
what is that? That looks like lubrication. I'm just gonna use it. No.
Wala ko, pag
If you use
nakuyari
anything,
bigla.
you'll burn your dick off. If you
Oo.
put any kind of like extra
Omega?
like lotion for extra dry skin, like you know that lotion for the extra dry stuff, you do that. Try to do that 3 times. You burn your dick off. Shampoo, burn your dick off. Body wash, burn your dick off. Like
Yes.
you can't just put anything that's kind of that looks like a lubricant. You are
Sensitive
going
yun
to burn your dick off.
Yes. At contrary to popular belief, dapat maghuhugas ka muna ng kamay bago ka humawak. Hindi yung paghawak mo, saka ka maghuhugas. Kaya
What?
masama yung sa atin, masama yung image ng dick natin eh. Sabi nila, after you go to the toilet, maghugas ka raw. No, it's a clean dick. So, ibig sabihin, dapat yan, maghugas ka muna ng kamay bago mo hawakan. Kasi, it's a very clean dick.
Why would you touch your privates without having clean
Kasi
hands
wiwi
in the
ka,
first
wiwi
place?
ka.
Look, no, but time out. You put hand sanitizer first, and then you put on your dick. You're gonna burn your dick off. You have to really be careful what
Yes.
you're using. That's the
Di
real
ba?
talk stuff.
Yan ang real talk.
I'm Dr. Romeo. No, man.
Si Alex Calleja, tambay sa kanto. Nasosobrahan ka na ba? Malalamang sobra ka na kung nagpapaltos na yan. Tigilan mo na yan. O kaya, kakain na. Ha? Inuuna mo pa yan. Dapat, di ba, hindi nakaka-apekto yan sa buhay mo. Absent ka na dahil dyan, tama na yan. Tigilan mo yan. Sobra na yan.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for 15 years on the show.
Parang mas
If you're-
convincing
if
si
you're-
Alex.
if you're masturbating like at work, you're masturbating, you're not eating, you're masturbating. Obviously, that's addiction. But let's talk about the other side of what this guy was saying. It's not that bad to masturbate every day. Okay, just don't do it. And when you're not interacting with your family anymore, your girlfriend, your wife, your work, your stuff. Okay, fine. Let's remove all the addiction part. But if you're gonna masturbate every day, that means you're gonna watch porn every day. There's no guy that masturbates without porn.
Every day?
You're gonna have to. Okay, that's just the way it is. So I would have liked him to add that real talk part to it. Like, okay, masama ba mag-masturbate every day? Guy, hindi naman siya masama. Just don't do da. But remember, if you're gonna masturbate every day, you're also gonna watch porn every day. So before anybody has any strong opinions about you watching porn, understand, it's still part of the daily. It's not part of the daily process.
Every day?
Sila Mara.
So judgmental, Mara.
Every day?
Kasi libre.
Yeah, every day.
Alam mo kung sino may kasalanan dyan?
Take away my video games, take away my IG, don't take away my porn.
Hindi, alam mo sino pa may kasalanan dyan? Yung shampoo sa conditioner. Kasi iniiwan mo ng 3 minutes, diba? Leave your shampoo 3 minutes para effective. Eh dun sa 3 minutes, wala kayong magawa. Diba? Tatambay. Kasi hindi mo mamamanlawan yan ng 3 minutes. Binabasa ko instruction na, leave for 3 minutes. So, anong gagawin mo? Oh, you're naked, you're there. Oh, di ba? Make use of that.
Yeah, and then every time you make the phone more waterproof now, oh, this is rated for talaga. Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, okay ang porn na may 18 years old below. Kaya tatanungin ka niya, 18 years old ka ba? Yes, wala siyang validation kung totoo yun.
Yes or no? Of course.
40 years ko na ginagawa yun. Yes! Hanggang sa naging totoo na yun. Bakit? Di mo kami nanonood kami ng porn. Di naman kami naapektuhan na.
Yeah.
Lumalabas
Yeah,
mo kami,
we're
nakalabas
fine.
yung edits. Lumalabas mo kami sa bahay na, wow! Di ba? Wala namang ginagawa kami. Kasi alam namin paano ma-identify yung make-believe sa real life.
Mara, personal question. Does your boyfriend tell you that he masturbates?
No.
If you
Close.
do you know
Close.
if he does or not?
No, I don't know.
He does.
Huwag mo sama sa Paris.
Do you know?
Huwag mo sama sa Paris. Sorry.
You go to Paris, wala eh. Oh, he had an all-time run these past 2 weeks when you were away. Would it bother you if you caught him or found out that he was a daily, as Doc Romeo says to do?
Kapag daily, yeah, it would weird me out. Daily? Really? Tsaka parang like, I'm here. Hello.
Anong mas nakaka-check sa'yo? Mahuli mo siyang ongoing o yung patapos na, yung nagpupunas na?
Yung, like, I guess at the end? That's weirder. I don't know.
Pero basa pa yung floor.
I've never thought about this. I've never thought about
Eh kasi nabiting kami ni Mo sa podcast namin, puro fathers din. Kailangan namin hindi talaga kami mawala sa sistema namin na nag-end kami ng, so we help fathers. Okay, sorry. Bakit sa dulo?
Because it's, I don't know. It's like, whoa. I never thought about it.
I would rather be caught. I would rather catch, like if I were a girl, I'd rather catch him in the act than post. Because then, you know, again, Lex, all the cleanup on the ground. You're like, you look at the ground, I'm like, you know, shampoo lang yan, shampoo.
Mas maganda yung tsura. Mas maganda yung tsura mo yung habang naka-hard pa siya. Kasi pag sa dulong, pangit na yung tsura.
When you're in your prime,
diba?
you're just there. You're at peak.
Ganun. Di ba parang ganun? Di ba parang ganun? Sorry, Mara.
Sorry, Mara. Mara's uncomfortable. Don't do that. Next. Mara, you know, until this very day, people still send me DMs about that very viral video of you, you know, with the on stage, you know, holding the guy's shoulder.
It's going around again. Yeah. People send me that also.
Second life form. I'm just getting constantly. Alvin, we got to hear, Ben, this very viral, this one right here. This look at this guy's best day of his life. Look at these two nerds. Let's first play on this real quick here.
I gotta point out about her. We all know that the face, no doubt, of the valley is Moba Zane, but we've known.
So I've been getting this a lot recently, and I guess it comes in cycles. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone around. I think this is probably like the fifth na nag-resurface siya ulit, and it made rounds.
It's so overblown, but I get it. For nerds, that's exciting.
I think so. People find it funny na they just looked at each other and had a common thought. I just rubbed the shoulders. Pero talaga kasi minsan kapag closer ako sa players, minsan nananapak ako eh. Like minsan, like, I hit shoulders. I tend to hit shoulders. What?
Open. You're going to. I hit shoulder.
I hit the shoulder.
Di mo masyadong ano yun, parang subconscious din, di mo naman masyadong inanin. Kahit parang pareho lang yun sa pag-hit mo, paghimas mo, parang wala siyang subconsciously mo lang ginagawa, tama, no?
Or especially when they lose. You know, when you rub someone's back, like, it's okay. For comfort.
Are we a touchy people though, as Filipinos?
Oh.
Are we touchy? Like we don't do. You're going to France, Mara. You know the kiss on the cheek, the two things. Like we don't do that, right? But are we touchy though? Because I'm touchy. Like we talked about this in PDA. I'm not Manny touchy. By the way, ang daming bagong Manny videos, Lex, at the pickleball where he just cannot get his dick off his wife. Like it is crazy. Manny is like the ultimate dry humper. Anyway, are we a touchy group?
I think so. And I had to learn the hard way when I was in Malaysia. And I tapped someone's shoulder and they were wearing, I think, like, was it all white? And then I wasn't supposed to touch them because now they have to do some prayers after. And I had to apologize.
Was it
Yes.
a man? A Muslim man? Yeah, you know.
Yes, and I did not know, and I touched his shoulder, and he said, "Don't touch," and I didn't understand it at the time until somebody explained it to me. So now I learned.
By the way, it has nothing to do with
no.
his outfit. You just can't touch him, regardless of what he's wearing.
But that should have been a clue. That should have been a clue. The outfit should have been a clue.
Yeah.
Hindi mo nakita yun? Hindi mo nakita yung video na yun? Yung nagpatulfo? Nabalita mo ba yun?
Hindi.
Nasa
happened?
online, nasa Discord kasi ang kukulit eh. Nasa online class siya, tapos, nireklamo niya sa tulpo kasi, na ano raw, parang binagyan daw ng mali siya ng mga classmate niya yung ginagawa niya, nag-a-agree lang naman daw siya sa Google. Ganito yung itsura ng babae nung nag-a-agree. Yun. Pero naka-type ko parang, na-videoan yun. Pinagtatanggol niya na wala naman, ang dating daw, parang may binibidj.
Yeah.
Wala, hindi, pinagtatanggol, ang ginawa niya, tinulpo niya, lalo tuloy kumalat. So yun yung pinag-uusapan doon sa
Bakit
I also saw a video. I think this was on Chica.ph. Alvin, can we get this? This is about how fans, when they approach Filipino celebrities, they're very handsy. You know, this is obviously Beanie here. There's just a lot of touching that fans do to celebrities, and well, I mean, let's press play first, and then because we can talk about it. Here we go.
Tama ba nakita ko?
What did you think? So yeah, I mean, celebrity, like here, look this. Just kind of that personal space. I mean, she's wearing a bikini too. I mean, obviously, it's maybe a little easier because it's a female versus.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so where are we at on this? I know that currently, when I say currently, like in the modern time, touching somebody is far less acceptable than it used to be. Now, yung sasampalin mo sa puwet and all that stuff. If that were a guy, I mean, it's different, right? Punch in the face, whatever, all that stuff. Is it okay that it's just, they're fans. Sometimes they lose their through excitement and just the rarity of seeing you. Sometimes they kind of just black out, right? And they're going to hold you, touch you, pinch you, all that stuff. I come from though I've never been that popular where people are going to have to I need a security guard or anything. But when I do walk and I see people kind of get excited for the moment, if they touch, pinch, all that stuff, I'm okay with it because I understand. Like, I understand that they're excited. They're super happy to see you, all that stuff. I'm okay with it. But that was, maybe a past generation. This generation, or the current time, is don't touch anybody. But can you blame them? They're so happy to see you.
Ako okay lang. Ayoko lang nung hinihila. Yung hila niya. Kasi parang may certain, may certain, lalo na pag hindi mo na anticipate, yung may hila, yung may dadaling ka nila sa gusto nilang puntahan. yun lang yung medyo, pero yung touch, okay yun.
Yeah, I mean, again, I only punched one person who, yeah. Well, syempre, kinurot ako sa pigsaho. Oy! I couldn't help it. It was a natural reaction. Pigsaho, tapos kinurot pa. So, hindi naman nila alam, but I was still couldn't help myself because the pain was so much. But yeah, again, it's a different time. I know if you go through some of these chat rooms with that video specifically, you're going to see a lot of, oh my God, that's assault, and oh my God, personal space and all that. And I get it. These people are probably from a newer generation. But back in our day and until now, I don't know. I don't want to say it's okay because you shouldn't you shouldn't be hitting people in the puwet and you shouldn't be pulling anybody. But I do get it. I do get the excitement.
Kasi yung puwet kasi ang medyo nagulat ako kahit babae to babae. Kasi hindi na natin alam.
Yeah.
Medyo foul yun sa akin.
That's foul.
Yung pagampas sa puwet. Kahit babae ka pa. Kasi iba yun eh. Ano yun eh. Parang iba. Iba yung dating.
Yes. Foul.
I don't know, because in sports we see it though. Like, I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah, but they're close.
They're close sila.
They're
No,
close.
I mean not really. I mean you'll do to the other team. You foul them hard, sorry. Yeah.
Pero players yun. Pero ito kasi parang fan talaga nagpa-picture to sinampas sa puwet. Ang gusto niya sabihin, pagmamalain niya, no, naampas ko sa puwet si ano.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's because they're so you get nagigigil ka. You sometimes in your moment of giggle you probably pass the boundary of what you should and should not do. I don't think it's for them to just kind of ipayabang nila sa fans. Hinampas ko yung pati
Kasi tama ba yun si Alex Gonzaga sa interview niya kay Pia? Pinindot niya yung move. Pinindot niya yung... Totoo ba to? Kasi di ba? Yun. Medyo...
But I don't like it kapag guys.
We have big fanaticism though in the country. In fact, we almost want people to be as fanatic. Do you guys hear my dog barking, or is the noise cancellation working?
Hindi, wala.
It's working.
Okay, good. It's going crazy. We want them that fanatic, right?
No.
Not in a hampas sa puwet, but isn't our entertainment culture kind of revolving around be fanatics, fan clubs, and this and that and all that? I mean,
may ginawa sa akin na sa dalawang shows ko. Ngayon lang, recently lang, itong last 2 weeks, di ko na matandaan yung lugar. Nag-request ng kiss.
that happens a lot.
Mga tita.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
mga dalawang may kumis, mga ganun. Medyo kala ko
that generation.
Kala ko
Is that
hindi na ngayon yun. Hindi na uso yun. Kasi, hindi kiss na yung kiss na cheek to cheek. Talagang nalamdaman ko yung labi niya di sa pisngi ko.
Yeah. That's I think that generation they do that. Like the kissing. That happens. And I again understand when they do it. And trust me, none of them look like heaven. But I mean, I always say yes. I go, yeah, sure, whatever.
sayang
Drink from my
yung
stupid
mo.
Starbucks. Go ahead while you're at it. Just go.
Parang ganun.
Maybe for guys, it's more parang mas okay kayo kasi you guys are guys. But for girls, maybe it's less do not touch. Especially if it's a guy, let's say, taking a photo. And for some reason, automatic na their hand goes on your lower back. Na parang, whoa.
Again, it was just a different generation where that happened. And I'm not making it okay. It's just they have to learn that it's different now. Diba?
Oh, natutunan ko yan dun sa napanood ko yung sa volleyball player. Yung inakbayan, tapos tinanggal. Natutunan ko yan, okay. May ganun pala.
Yeah, lalo na kapag may pawis yung kilikili. Don't, pagmawak ba yan?
Transfer. Transfer na yun. meron kasing iba. Minsan case to case.
Case to case or case to case?
Case to case. Ang pinakamatindi kong experience yung mga pagka sa fiesta, may mga namumulutang mga lalaki, tapos inawaan ka, transfer yung mga iniyaw na bango sa braso mo, yung kinilaw na isda, transfer din. Tapos habang kinakausap ka pag laseng, the more malapit sa mukha mo. Sabi mo, Lex, tumang-tawa ako sa'yo. Talsik-talsik lahat yan, amoy mo yung beer. Pagkatapos may tama ka na May tama ka na, lasing ka na pagkatapos.
That's part of it. That's part of it. You know, getting paid millions for that. You get paid millions for it. You gotta get the dirty part too. So anyway, we gotta take a break. Let's take another break. It's 8:48. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more of the show. We're about to wrap it up here. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, coming up also in about 15 minutes or so. That's gonna be exciting. Don't go away. Back after this.
Good times.
It's 8:54. Time to wrap it up here today. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Of course, thanks Bam as well for being here today and updating us on whatever's going on. You guys, Alex, Mara, for starting off the week back on the radio. Mara, welcome back. It's always nice to have you.
Yay, thank you. I'll be here every day. This until the 28th.
Yeah, 28th of
July?
July.
Yeah, it's 28th today. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything. Lex, you got a show tonight?
Wala. Pahinga naman.
Or is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Oh,
Sa
Wednesday.
Sabado. Super
Oh,
Sam.
Saturday. Oh,
Yan, maganda
nice.
doon po tayo sa QC, saka doon sa kay Rec D, sa Sunday. Try natin Sunday. Oo.
Are you
Mara?
scratching your butt?
Hindi, inaayos ko itong upuan. Gago. Ito. Sa ulo ka, gumanti ka pa.
Inaayos ko lang
Judge
yung
mo.
height ng...
Ito, inaayos ko yung upuan. Oh. Ayan, oh. Oo, ayan, oh.
Inaayos ko lang yung height ng
Okay.
chair. Kasi di ba yung... Teka lang.
Sakit na upuan
Okay,
ko,
inaayos
eh.
ko lang yung...
Paano yung classmate ka na na-victim rin ako, ah? Umawi ka doon, Mara. Buti na nga, may
Jeez.
preba ako.
Mara, please, House of the Dragon. It starts in 4 minutes. Just recap it on YouTube. Watch last week's. It's amazing. And then today.
Okay. I will
Liar.
60%.
Agree. Okay, fair enough. All right, we'll see you guys
Patay yung
tomorrow at
isang
6 a.m.
patay yung isang anak ni patay, pinana 3 beses sa dulo sa episode 1.
I don't have no idea what you're talking about. So yay.
Nakaka-idea ka. Yung yung di ba dalawa yung magkapatid, patay na isa, pinatay din yung isa, si Jace.
Are you serious? What?
Seryoso. Namatay yung dragon, tas dumubog, tas pumana 3, yun ang ending, oh.
Yeah,
Galit.
what's Jace's last name?
Si, ano yan?
Taragis.
Taragis. Si Jay Taragis.
Turning you out.
Si Jay.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. Maybe a little bit of a recap before, but then, we'll make sure that Mara's not listening. Yeah, have a great day. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Good times.